Everyone, please check your audio and video settings, please. Yes. Yesterday we got one, two internet issues, and towards searching classes also API documentation in the internet we got problem. Okay. Today everything is smooth. I hope so. Okay. So don't worry. If something goes wrong, I kept backup network also ready today. Okay. I kept backup network also ready. Okay. Today what I do is, since yesterday class not went that much smoothly because of network issues and other things. Network issues and other things. So what I do is I will give two more connection pools logic today. Okay. I will give two more connection pools. Understanding my point there? I will give two more connection pool. One is C3P0, other one is C3P0, other one is Agrol. Agrol we will discuss. We'll try to learn new one because I too never experimented to work with Agrol, because in the documentation we have found Agrol is also there, right? Okay. So Agrol connection pool and C3P0 we are going to discuss. Okay, boss. File new. Yeah. In other, okay, one question is there. Sir, in Spring we are configuring data source directly, but here why are you providing connection provider? Okay. Listen, actually here also data source only will be used, but it will be picked up based on the connection provider we are using. Based on the connection provider we are using. Understanding my point? It says data source, class name, package name will change version to version. Do one thing. Okay, do one thing. You just tell connection provider, I only pick up the data source, I only create the connection pool, I only make data source pointing to connection pool. Okay. So question is, why are you not configuring? Why are you not configuring data source class directly in Hibernate? Directly in Hibernate. Why are you configuring connection provider? Connection provider. Connection provider class. Okay, boss. Answer. Hibernate framework is designed. Hibernate framework is designed. Hibernate framework is designed to pick up the data source class. Okay, data source class based on the connection provider that we are configuring. Based on the connection provider that we are configuring. That based on the connection provider that we are configuring, so that they can give, they can give, they can allow only restricted data sources and connection pool and JDBC connection pool to be associated with Hibernate. To be associated with Hibernate because mm, because because to be associated with Hibernate because yeah, listen, let me explain up to this first. See, boss, if you just take the connection provider, that is not sufficient, boss. Along with that, they should provide Hibernate dot Hikari CP, Hibernate dot Agrol, Hibernate dot C3P0 properties, right? Suppose if they allow to configure data source directly, randomly you make pick up one data source. Come on. And for that one, Hibernate properties are not there. So problem na, boss. Problem na. Come on, come on. Suppose Apache DBCP data source class you configured. Configured, fine. But are there any Hibernate dot properties for that? Not there. So are you going to control that pool? No, you cannot control that pool. I think you are enjoying, you are getting the point what I am trying to say here. Suppose if they are saying you configure connection provider class, we will pick up the data source and we will look for the properties Hibernate dot star properties, Hibernate dot specific connection pool properties. Then what happens? So Hibernate people will allow only restricted data sources to use. They don't allow everything to be configured, even though Hibernate support is not there. So they can allow only restricted data sources and JDBC connection pool to be associated with Hibernate for which Hibernate dot data source properties are data source properties are available, like Hibernate dot C3P0 star, C3P0 properties, Hibernate dot Hikari CP properties, and etc. Like Hibernate dot C30 or Hibernate dot Hikari CP properties and etc. Yes. Everyone got it? I think everyone convinced with me or not there. Suppose if they allow data source directly, I may go for any data source. Come on, guys, as we are doing in Spring. But right now in Hibernate, you can work with any data source, only restricted data sources. Everyone respond. Can I work with Apache DBCP? Can I work with the Tomcat CP? Are why you are not responding, Ra Babu? Why we don't work? Because Hibernate won't support. How Hibernate restricted that? Because they are not allowing to configure data source directly. They are allowing us to configure connection provider. Who is providing connection provider? Who is providing Hibernate? For how many data sources they are providing connection provider so far? Four. Four or five? Five. So can we use other than five? No. I mean, in the market, only five data sources are there. More than five are there. More than five are there. Nearly 20 plus data sources are there. 20 plus standalone connection pools are there. But are we able to work with them? No. We can work with only five. We can work with only five. So that is a basic advantage of what? Not allowing data source configuration directly, allowing data sources through connection providers. Allowing data sources through connection providers. No doubt, Hikari CP is the best in that one. No doubt in that. I think you enjoyed or not there. Okay. As of now, 5.4 version. Hibernate is giving, okay, 5 connection provider classes to work for working with 5 standalone connection pool softwares. Understanding my point there? 5 standalone connection pool software. Sir, Siddhartha, invasive, non-invasive will be discussed with respect to what? Entity classes, Ra Babu. Not with respect to configuration files and connection pools. Please, Ra Babu. Invasive, non-invasive only towards entity classes, not with respect to XML files. Okay, right. Provides what? Giving 5 connection provider classes for working with what? 5 standalone connection pool softwares. Okay, 5 standalone connection pool software. So they are C3P0. Next one, Proxul. Next one, Vibur, Hikari CP, Next, Agrola. Anyone remembered spell? I think this is Agrol. Agrol is latest, etc. Class content, Hibernate 915. This September 10th. September 10th. As of now, 5.5 version. This is the story, boss. Right. Shall we get into the discussions now? Okay. So now procedure to configure. C3P0. C3P0 JDBC connection pool in Hibernate application. Procedure to configure C3P0 JDBC connection pool. Step number 1. Keep Hibernate application. Keep Hibernate application ready. Yes, we are keeping it ready, boss. Okay, we are ready with this connection pools based application. Yeah. Number 2. Add Hibernate C3P0 P0 library, nothing but jar file to class path or build path. Class path or build path. Class path or build path. Summer, you type Hibernate Vibur or only Vibur you will get. Summer, type either Hibernate Vibur or only Vibur you will get. mvnrepository.com. Hibernate C3P0. Yeah, see this? Hibernate C3P0 relocation. Hibernate C3P0 relocation, right? Okay. Yes, like this you have to type Hibernate Vibur kind of thing. Okay, boss. 5.4.18. Copy this. Build.gradle. Build.gradle. Comment Vibur 1. Paste this. Paste this. Collect this. Say paste. Collect this and paste. It's a downloading, boss. Takes bit time. What is the jar? This is the jar. Step number 3. Keep Hibernate application ready. Add Hibernate C3P0 library or jar file to class path or build path. Step number 3. Yeah. Add Hibernate dot C3P0 dot G3P0 dash properties in Hibernate configuration file. Properties in what? Hibernate configuration file. Okay, you can collect them from internet. Yes, what is this? Hibernate dot C3P0 C3P0 properties. Hibernate dot C3P0 properties. Yes, yes. Okay, Hibernate dot C3P0 properties in JBoss docs. This is the official documentation. JBoss docs. Actually, yesterday I changed my priority language to Hindi. So that's why everything is coming in Hindi. So where I can change that language, okay, I have to go to home page. Fine. So I think that's not even Hindi, Marathi. Okay. Fine, fine, fine. No problem. We will change it. We'll by going to home page, we'll change it. C3 connection pools. Yeah, these are the statements we are having, boss. These are the properties we are having. Okay. Copy them. Copy them. Go to what? Configuration file. Go to configuration file. Vibur properties we have added. Yes. Okay. Here what? C30 properties. C3P0 properties. Yes. Okay. Where is this? Property name is equal to Hibernate word is optional here. Minimum size, minimum 10 connection objects I want to see. Max size, timeout, max statement. Max statement means interviewer will not ask specific property name. Okay, but you should have idea there are properties. Yes. Okay. Next one is what? Max size. Next one is what? Timeout. Next one is what? Max statements. Max statement. Min size 10. Max size what? some 30, whatever it is. Timeout in seconds only. Okay, if any connection object is continuously idle for 30 seconds, I want to destroy it. Mac at a time, how many queries you want to execute? Here statement means queries. At a time, I want to see it's allowing 20 queries. Yes, these are the three properties, boss. These are the three properties or four properties. Yeah, if you miss one, two properties, not a issue. Yes. Okay, boss. Check it out. You can read it. You can read it. It's not like that. Timeout is there. Max size, max statement related to proxul also something is there, right? Now, right. Okay. Next, configure at a time how many queries? How many SQL queries? At a time, how many SQL queries? Step number 4. Okay, right. Sir, max size is related to C3P0, na Cherry Brahma. Clearly C3P0 is there, C3P0 is there, C3P0 is there. How it will be applied for other one? See the statements. Okay. Sir, at a time, how many SQL queries? Sai Krishna, you don't listen class, Ra Babu. Please, Ra Babu, don't think parallelly. 1 second before only I completed. At a time, how many queries should execute? Are you understanding my point there? Yes, I think timeout in seconds are milliseconds. Timeout in seconds are milliseconds. Okay, we have to read the documentation once. So generally it will be there in millisecond, but they have not given any explanation. Okay, 1 minute, no problem. If you get it out, no problem. Save this one. Save this one. Nothing to panic. Google.com. Let me change this language first. English. Okay. Okay. Meaning. Number of timeout. Number of connection it should maintain at a given time. By default, at least 3 connections. Array, this is 3. Min size. Okay. Min size. What is C3P0? Fine. So timeout. Max size, min size, acquire increment. Number of seconds. Bah, someone is shouting that time onwards. Are milliseconds. Every pool is not same pool, Ra Babu. Number of seconds unused connection will be kept before being discarded. By default, connection never expire from the pool. Don't listen the concept with preoccupied mind. My request is that in previous pool it may be millisecond. This pool may be a different. This pool may be a different. Okay. Saputeji, you are excited like anything. I ignored your question, but still you are pasting, sir. Millisecond. Now what do you say? What do you say now? So that's it. Don't listen the classes. Don't come to one conclusion with preoccupied mind. In some other pool, some other data source, it may be milliseconds. But it's not compulsory. Here also same millisecond should be continued. Please change your attitude. Okay. So it is what? In seconds. In seconds. Okay. 10:30 this. How many queries you want to allow? Okay. 10:20 this one. Next one. Configure connection provider class in Hibernate configuration file. Okay, boss. Configure connection provider class in Hibernate configuration file. Okay, boss. Listen, already one connection provider class is there. Copy this, say paste, property name, connection and dot provider underscore class. Connection dot provider underscore class. Connection dot provider underscore class. Yeah, yesterday we fought a lot to get that, but today I will give easy way of doing that. What is that? Go to the jars that are coming. Related to Proxul also one jar came. There one package is there. Their class is there. Okay. Their class is there. Understanding my statement? Okay. Right click on that class. This is the class we want to get. Right. Now what is that? Right click on the class. Copy qualified name. Copy qualified name. Come on. That one. Copy qualified name. This is the easiest way. I want you people to follow it. Say paste it. At the end, dot class will be there. At the end, dot class is there. Remove this. That's it. This is the connection provider class you have to gather. Easiest way. I want you people to follow this model. That's it. No internet, no website, nothing. Unnecessarily headache. Cut it. Fine here. Lastly, step number 5. Run the application. Okay. Run the application. Sir, multi-threaded environment only means pool are there for multi-threaded environments also. Na? Multiple request, multiple connection objects. That's the specialty of the pools, boss. Okay. Multiple requests, multiple connection objects. Yes, run the application. Yes, load test. Load test. I think record is there. Run as Java application. Run as Java application. Output is coming. That's not an issue. Observe very carefully. C3P0 connection provider. What is that? C3P0 connection provider. C3P0 connection provider. We're able to work with that or not there? Yes. Now listen carefully. I don't configure connection provider class, but C3P0 properties I kept. I kept C3P0 properties. Load test. C3P0 properties I kept. Okay. Still it is saying what here? C3P0 provider. C3P0 provider. Understanding my point there? Yes. Okay. Right. Mm. Now listen. C3P0, C3P0. That means even though provider class is not configured, if that C3P0 properties are there, it will automatically to use what C3. Yesterday I have given one algorithm, right? Provider class is configured, data source is configured. So first precedence to those two things. Otherwise, first it will search for C3P0. Next it will search for Proxul. Then it will search for Hikari CP. Then it will search for Vibur DBCP. Then it will search for Agrol, hibernate.c3p0. Like this, it will search for the properties or not. Interviewer asks the question. Without connection provider class, can I work with a specific data source? Yes, possible. As of now, we can work with what? As of now, we can work with what? Five data sources by mentioning hibernate dot that data source property name. Hibernate.c3p0, C3p0. Suppose you have not configured this one also. You have not configured this one also. Still output is coming. Still it is taking what? Still it is taking C3P0 connection provider. This time based on what? Yeah. This time based on what? The jars that are added. Jars that are added. Are you getting my point? This time based on the jars that are added. Did you notice it? Array jar file na. Since the jar file is there, that's why. Suppose I commented this jar also. Let us assume I commented this jar. I commented this jar. Then it is going to built-in connection pool. Then it is going for what? Built-in connection pool. Getting my point there or not there? Fine. That's not an issue. No one will do this many experiment. Okay. So now someone is asking me, if you add more than one jar, what happens? More than one jar and properties are not there. Okay, then we have to test it. I too never tested that. Okay, I too never tested that. It is ignoring everything and going for default connection pool. It is ignoring everything and happily going for what? Default connection pool. Did you notice it? Notice it? Okay. Build.gradle. Now I commented what? Hibernate Vibur. Save it. Now C3P0 is there. Load test. Run this. Load test. Run this. Now it is working with C3P0. Now it is working with what? C3P0. Fine. Right. Okay, boss. Run the application, boss. Note. Note. Though connection provider class is not configured. Connection provider class is not configured in Hibernate configuration file. Okay. Uh, it will use certain data source based on hibernate dot hibernate dot hibernate dot data source dot properties. It will use certain data source based on hibernate dot data source dot dash properties that are added to properties or data source related jar file that is added to jar file that is added to jar file that is added to hibernate application hibernate application added to hibernate configuration file or data sets related jar file that is added to hibernate application. What application here that is added to hibernate application? Step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. So this is not fine. Everyone got the clarity there or not there? Hibernate dot data source dot star properties added to hibernate configuration file or data source related jar file that is added to hibernate application. Okay, boss. Yes, boss. I think you got a clarity. Now let's come to another one. Okay, agrol. I too never experimented. I too never used in front of you. I want to work with procedure to configure. After that, we'll move to server managed connection pool. Don't worry. Procedure to configure. Agrol. Agrol. JDBC connection pool oblique data source in our Hibernate application. As usually, keep Hibernate application ready. Step number two. Add. What is this? Add. Add. What is this? Hibernate. Agrol. JDBC connection pool. jar file or library to class path or build path. Let's see class path or build path. mvnrepository.com. Tell me hibernate agrol. Spell right. Agrol. Hibernate agrol deployment agrol listen, hibernate agrol relocation is there na? Hibernate agrol relocation 5.1.8. yes, copy this, copied build.gradle, say paste, say paste. Yes, copy this, say paste. Here is the bold one. Step number 3. Okay, boss. Right. Okay, fine. Yeah, Hibernate tool is different, right? I will explain that. Sapute ji, I will explain that Hibernate tool. Tools I will introduce later. Okay, next one. Step number 2, step number 3. Hmm. Add connection provider class. Connection provider class in Hibernate configuration file. Add connection provider class in Hibernate configuration file. Tell me, boss. Here we are having Jarna. Jar. Hibernate C3P0. I think I still didn't say refresh, a Gradle refresh. Let me say Gradle refresh. Why C3P0 is still coming? It should not come. Agrol. Say refresh, Gradle refresh. Why C3P0 is still coming, boss? Yeah, wait. Oh, huh? Where is the tag roll? Where is the tag roll? This file is not saved. Okay, fine, got it. File is not saved. Build.gradle is not saved. Now downloading, boss. Hibernate Agrol has come. Yes. Agrod production this one. Copy fully qualified class name. Only 9 to 11 this disturbance is coming here. Yeah, now everyone please come back. Everyone will please come back. Tomorrow we will meet, sir. Bye. Great fellow. Small problem came and tomorrow we will meet. Huh? Uh-huh. You should be there, boss. Okay. Now, wait. I will try to on hotspot kind of thing. Okay. I'm just looking for hotspot here. Personal hotspot. Wait. Okay. This is there. Okay, now check. Check. Now, am I audible? Video and audio is good now. I changed my back network here. Is it good now? Any other issues? Okay, fine. Okay, boss. Agrol connection pool provider. Agrol connection pool provider. That's right. Okay, this is what we configured, boss. Okay, now say paste. Yes, boss. Step number 4. Add hibernate dot agrol dot properties in hibernate configuration file. Okay, configuration file. Yes, go to Google. Hibernate dot agrol in JBoss docs. JBoss docs. Yes, community guide. I think they have not given exact property names. Huh? Okay, I want some community guide. Okay, reference document. Oh, all the things they have given. Here again, I have to search for Agrola. Array 3.5. Great fellows. Great fellows. Hibernate.org. Agrol properties example. This agrol properties examples. Right. Final user guide. Okay. Nice. Agrol properties. Yes, we are having agrol properties, boss. URL, connection isolation. Convert agrol drive. No. They have not given. Wait. Only, yeah, it's recently launched now. We don't have much help. Are you understanding my point? It is a recently launched now. We don't have much help. That's the problem. Agrol code example. Agrol code example. Yeah, you have to spend some time because it's a recently launched now. Don't expect good help. So you have to be a bit patient. You have to be a bit patient. Yeah, agrol connection pool. I think we can inspire from here. Check it out. I think we can inspire from here. Max size, min size, initial size. Acquisition timeout, leak timeout, validation timeout, I think we can inspire from here. Come on. Here also we are having JDBC dot property fine. Agrel, JDBC URL, username, password. I think we can inspire from here. Agrel configuration supplier, and we are having something max size, min size. Still not coming. Still not coming. One more way we can do that. To double confirm, one more way we can do that. Control Shift T. Control Shift T. Agrol. Okay, what is this? Agrol connection provider. Agrol connection provider. You try to see in the source code. Initial stage unchecked. Okay, driver URL, username, password. Okay, Agrol data source connection. Agrol data source. What's the class name of Agrol data source? What's the class name? Agrol data source. I'm looking for Agrol data source dot from. Agrol data source. Okay, Agrol data source. Press F3. Select that one, press F3. Okay, press F3. Here you search for the properties. Are there any properties of that kind? Okay. Mm. Like this, if you search with patience, boss, definitely if you search with what patience, okay, definitely you can find out what property names. See, Agrol data source provider, Agrol data source configuration, Agrol data source, right? All this stuff is there. Mm. Flush method, pool interceptor. Some of them will be inherited one, some of them one is directly will be there. Okay. Mm. So it's are you getting like this? We can spend some time. Okay. Mm. So either we can use source code or you can use in the Google. Directly you can use in the Google. Understanding my point? Yes. So Agrol, Agrol hibernate properties. Agrol hibernate properties. Agrol hibernate properties. HK Infosys. Agrol hibernate properties. MVN repository. Agrol hibernate properties. Is there any Agrol hibernate properties? Quackas, Quackas is there. But we are looking for what? Agrol. We are looking for what? Agrol. No problem. So we got some property names now. We will go by that. How to go by that? Yes, it's a new. Don't expect everything should be there. Okay, it's a new. Don't expect a help should be given immediately. Okay, you should have a patience. What properties here? Agrol properties. What properties? Agrol properties. Fine. Right. Hibernate dot agrol dot. What is the one we have seen here? Anyone remembered? Min size. Min size. Okay, we will write. Max size. Okay, min size, max size. Anything else you remembered? Min size, max size. Hmm. Okay, for the timing, we have only these two things we mention it. Array, mentioning them is optional. If you don't mention also, they will continue the default values. Are you getting my point? It's not mandatory to mention them. Mentioning them is optional. But anyhow, it will now test whether they are really there or we are guessing. Okay, now you have to, after that, run the application. After that, run the application. Oh, unable to create requested service JVM environment. But observe, explicit connection provider. What is this? Ag role connection provider. Are you understanding my point? Ag role connection provider. Did you notice it? Ag role connection provider. Oh, this is not there. Okay, 1 minute. Ag role max size. Load test. Yes, load test. Yeah, now it is coming. Earlier mistake is C3P0 is not changed here. Okay. See min size, max size. Okay. 10G dialect. But what is most important is connection pool. Explicit connection pool, agrol connection provider. Is it using agrol connection provider or not there? Definitely it is working with what? Agrol connection provider. So just now I have shown. So see, directly, indirectly, if you spend some time, you will get it. So don't be panic because so many new things will come, boss. So many new things will come. Is my audio video okay? Is my audio video okay? Shall I continue? Shall I continue? Now you check. I came back. Is it going smoothly? Now clear. Now I changed network. I'm not going to stop this. I'm not going to stop. I'll continue session. Now clear everyone. Super. If any problem, bring to my notice. We'll work with 1-2 networks. Yes, boss. Sir, Cherry Brahma, it is not exception. I have written wrong property name. Wrong property name. Got it? Yes. Okay. Copy this. Say paste. These are the two properties, agrol properties. More properties also there. You can work with them. More properties also there. We can work with them. Yes. More properties. Now tell me, step number 5, run the application. Okay, step number 5, run the application. Okay, now listen. Agrol properties. Yes. Here some more thing is there. Agrol.git.io. So here also same issue. Data source class, get metrics, det metrics, flush, auto commit JD. Here you can see this transaction isolation, credentials, connection factory configuration. Listen, initial size, max size, okay, min size, max size, connection validator, expect store, acquisition timeout, idle validation timeout, leak timeout, validation timeout, reap timeout, max lifetime. So like this, we are having properties or not. Earlier also I have shown same thing. Either this URL or that URL, that's up to you. Come on. Because earlier methods are there means indirectly properties are there. Methods are there means indirectly what properties are there. So you can happily use this. Okay, collect from this agrol.docs.html. I think we got knowledge on Max. I think you got idea how to work with the different connection pools. With this standalone environment is over, boss. Definitely what is over? Standalone environment is over. Now time has come to go for how to work with server managed JDBC connection pool. Yes. So everyone concentrate. First of all, we will understand how this server managed JDBC connection pool works. Can I assume everyone knows? Arey Proxul, you work out ra babu. Come on, yaar. These many things I have taken. These many things I have shown. Can't you work out Proxul? Can't you work out? First try. First try. Hmm. Otherwise, download last batch workspace. There I have given Proxul also. Last batch workspace you download. There I got Proxul also. Fine. And proper guidance is also available for Proxul in the internet. So many examples are there. So many examples are there to work with what Proxul. I said two, but yesterday net is not having proper connection and our searching also gone some trouble. That's why by keeping the total four I have given. Still people say, sir, Proxul is missing, sir. Already I'm doing banana feeding, ra babu. What I should do? I should get into your stomach and digest that one, huh? Okay. Okay, fine. Try to be a bit dynamic here. I said four and I asked you to work out one. No, right. Now listen. Can I assume you know servers, web servers and application servers? Is there anyone who is listening up server, application server word for the first time? If anyone is like that, please type yes. No. How to know how many are there? How many of you don't know web server, application server? How many of you don't know servlets? Those who don't know, only please type yes. Now onwards. Okay, hardly 10 members are there. Otherwise, use raise hand option. Use raise hand option. I will get the count. 5 participants, 7, 8, 9, 8, 9. Yeah, only 9 people are not having knowledge about what is serverlet, what is web server, what is application server. Okay, no problem. Okay, those 9 people, I think you belongs to 4 p.m. JDBC, right? Okay, very soon you are going to learn serverlet in 4 p.m. itself. Serverlet 4 p.m. itself, there you will get exclusive knowledge about what servers. So for the sake of these 8-9 people, I cannot wait taking one mini project as a web application. Okay, mini project as a web application. So that's why I will start introducing that one now. Okay, shall I start introducing that one now? Come on. Right. Yeah, listen here. Is that worthy? What is the meaning of that? Is that worthy means? Is that worthy means I should decide or you should decide? Yeah, you can watch videos. I kept so many videos in the introduction of servlets you can study. If you are interested, you can study introduction of servlets here. Okay, those you don't have, at the end, remind me, I will give some links. I will give some links, don't worry. And now tell me, web server or application server is given to manage and execute the web applications. It's purely solidly given to manage and execute the web applications. Yes, it is purely and solidly given. Okay, now, yeah, application server is equal to web server plus plus. That means web server plus many things. Not both are not same. Both are not same. Some extra facilities will be there in application server. Okay. Okay, but both can be used to manage. Okay, to manage and execute web application. Maybe application server can also execute other than web application, like EJB components. Okay, enterprise application. But as of now, EJB is outdated. Enterprise applications are also there as web application. So entire world is now running with web application. Okay, na even web service is also some kind of web application. Come on, web service is also there and the form of web application only. So that's the reason. So nowadays, okay, application server also we are using for web server requirements only. Web server requirements only. Okay, that's why application server is equal to web server plus plus. What is that? Web server plus plus. Okay, now listen. Working with working with server managed JDBC connection. We'll understand how does it works. Here we are having web server or application server. Here we are having web server or application server. Okay, like WebLogic, Tomcat, a number of things. Here we are having database. Definitely here we are having database. Here we are having database. Now tell me. Here we are having database. Right, boss? Yeah. Team leader or project leader? What here? Team leader or what? Project leader. Okay. Team leader or project leader makes web server or application server using type 1 or type 2 or type 3 or not type 3, type 4 or type 5 drivers to interact with the database software and to create JDBC connection pool having bunch of connection objects. What objects here? JDBC connection pool having bunch of JDBC connection objects. Here is my connection, here is my connection, here is my connection, here is my connection, here is my connection. So lot of connection objects are there here or not there? Yes. Con here, con, lot of connection objects are there. Fine. connection here, connection here. Yes. Okay. Uses what? Type 1 or 2 or 4 or 5 driver. 4 or 5 driver. This is number 1. This is number 1. Number 2. Here is my data source, boss. Data source object represents JDBC connection pool. Data source object represents JDBC connection pool and keeps, for global visibility and accessibility, it will keep the data source object. It will keep the data source object in J&A registry. And luckily, every server comes with one built-in J&A registry, boss. Yeah, listen. If we create object in a method as local variable specific to the method, if we create object as the instance variable specific to one object, if we create method as a static variable, come on. If we create object as a static variable, it is specific to a class. Specific to a class. No, I want to have a global visibility for my object. Global visibility for my object. Are you getting my point? What do you mean by global visibility? What do you mean by global visibility? Come on, guys. We should be in a position to use from multiple locations. We should be in a position to use from what? Multiple locations, different locations. We should be in a position to use from what? Multiple locations, nothing but what? Different locations. Are you getting my point there or not there? Yes. Okay. Super. A, here is my what? B. Here is me. Then what is this? C. Keeps this object in J&A registry. Keep this object in what? J&A registry. Yes. DSJ and DI. Every object will be kept having what? Nickname. So using that nickname, we can access data source object reference. What object reference here? Data source object reference. See, web server or application server uses type 1 or type 2 or type 4 or type 5 driver to interact with the database software and to create JDBC connection pool having bunch of connection objects. Number B. Tell me. Data source object is created in web server application server representing that connection pool. And okay, okay, to provide global visibility to this data source object, it is kept in what? J&A registry. Every server comes with one built-in J&A registry. You need not to arrange J&A registry separately. In Spring classes also I discussed, in Servlet classes also I discussed about this J&A registry. Are you understanding my point there? Yes. Okay. To provide global visibility and accessibility to Java objects. Okay, objects there. Their references will be kept in J&A registry. Their references will be kept in J&A registry having nicknames or alias names. Nicknames are alias names. Are you understanding my point there? Okay. Sir, JDBC connection pool is not a class, sir. JDBC connection pool is a factory that maintain bunch of set connection objects. Okay. Data source object represents connection pool. Each connection object from connection pool will be accessed through connection data source object. Long back we discussed all the things in the beginning of Hibernate. Remember, having nicknames or alias names or J&A names. J&A names. Okay. Example, cost registry, RMI registry. All these are J&A registries. Okay. Cost registry, RMI registry, etc. Note, every server gives one built-in J&A registry. One built-in J&A registry like WebLogic registry, okay, JBoss registry, WebLogic registry, JBoss registry, Glassfish registry, and etc. Yes, right now in the server, one J&A registry is there. Come on, guys. Okay. Again, remember, connection pool is a factory that contains bunch of connection objects. Data source object represents connection pool. Each connection object from connection pool should be gathered through data source object. So that's why data source object is entry point for connection pool. If you want to access any connection object from connection pool, it should be accessed through data source object. It must be accessed through data source object. Are you getting my point? Yes. Data source object represents JDBC connection pool. Okay. Each JDBC connection object from JDBC connection pool will be accessed through data source object. Data source object. Yes, that's it. Now listen. Array client may be local client, servlet component within the server. Any object you can place, not only data source. Chinni, one J&A registry can be placed MySQL DS, Oracle DS, any data sources. See, so many keys, so many values. J&A registry is internally hash map collection only. Keys, values. Keys are the nicknames for identity. Values are this. Come on, right? Why we need DS? Sir, it's a pool of connection. If no object is representing, how you access, ra? Someone asked a very interesting question. Pranav Bokar, okay, 10 connection objects are there. If no person is there pointing to that, how you access, tell me? You only think in real life environment. One fruit shop is there, shopkeeper is not there. Can you access fruit items from that? Can you access fruit items from that? Bunch of items are there. If no entry point is there, how you access it? If there is no entry point, is there any possibility of accessing it? I am having so many courses in my course pool, but there should be faculty to access each course from course pool or not. Okay, Naresh IT offering so many courses, but to access each course or to access what certain courses, you have to access them through faculty or not. Connection pool is like Naresh IT course pool. Data source is like faculty. And J&A registry is like Naresh IT office, inquiry office. Servlet JSP component client applications are like students. Come on. Student comes to Narrate IT office. Okay, gets the reference of the faculty, and using faculty, they will start accessing the courses. Once again, course pool, faculty, come on. Course pool, faculty, what is that? Naresh IT front office, inquiry cell. Student comes to what? Inquiry cell, gets the reference of the faculty through inquiry process, and understanding my point there. And using that reference, he will start accessing courses from the faculty. Array, in one server, we can have any number of connection pools. Those many data source objects will be created for global visibility and accessibility, and those many data source object references will be kept in J&A registry. Are you understanding my point there? Right. Yeah. Connection is a factory, contains set of connection objects. Data source represent that connection pool. Each connection object from connection pool will be accessed through data source. In standalone also same thing happened. Standalone also same thing happened. Though we are configuring provider, but every connection object is gathered through data source object only. Okay, boss. Yeah. See, client maybe. This is client. This is local client here. Right now, servlet is local client because within the server only there. But client may be there outside also. This is remote client. Remote client application. What is this? Desktop application. Desktop means normal application, standalone application. Either this or this. Maybe I am not highlighting code here because of space problem. Okay. Okay. Numbers D. Number D. Uses JNDA lookup code. Uses JNDA lookup code. Are lookup code means searching code. Searching. Looking up is nothing but searching. Uses JNDA lookup code to get data source object reference from JNDA registry based on the given JNDI name. Based on the given JNDI name. This is also D. This is also D. Uses JNDA lookup code to get data source object reference from JNDA registry based on the given JNDA name. What is this E? Okay. What is this E? Tell me. Calls ds dot get connection. Okay. Calls get connection method on data source object reference to get each JDBC connection object from JDBC connection pool. To get each JDBC connection object from JDBC connection, it will talk to this. It will talk to this. Yes. This all are same step here. E step only will take care of this one. This is E. This is also E. This is also E. Yes. Come on. Calls get connection method on data source object reference to get each connection object from connection pool. When this is done, you will get one connection object from connection pool. F, 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 F uses the received pooled JDBC connection object to create other JDBC objects, and to develop persistence logic. To simply develop persistence logic. Are you understanding my point? Definitely network will be there here. Remote client means definitely network will be there here. Okay. Fine here. Here some JDBC code. Persistence logic means regular JDBC code is written. That is F. Next one is what? G. Okay. Close JDBC connection object. Close what? JDBC connection object. It will think about closing JDBC connection object. What is that? Con dot close method. Con dot close method. What it will do? It will return JDBC connection object back to connection pool. It will simply return the JDBC. Once entire work is over, happily it will return what? JDBC connection object back to connection pool. That's it. Let's see. Let's see. Naresh IT, Naresh IT. Okay, okay. Otherwise, faculty keeping some courses ready. Faculty is representing that course pool. Faculty kept his details in Naresh IT. Okay. Student approaching Naresh IT office. Okay. Got the reference of the faculty. Using that reference, he started accessing each course from the course pool. Using that course, he practiced, he gained knowledge, attend interview, got the job, everything is done. Okay, lastly, once everything is over, okay, he's not going to return course back to course pool. So except last step, remaining all are there. Is it going to return the course back to course pool? No. So like this server managed connection pool will work. Yes. Now in one server, we can create any number of JDBC connection pool having any number of data source object. Okay. Pointing to those connection pools. Okay. And all data source object references will be kept in what? J&A registry having nickname or alias name. Having nickname or alias name. Are you understanding my statement there or not there? In one JD, in one server, we can create multiple JDBC connection pools pointed by or represented by multiple data source objects represented by multiple data source objects. What is this? Multiple data source objects. Multiple data source objects. For global visibility and accessibility. And what? Accessibility. We can keep these. We keep these multiple data source objects in JNDI registry having nicknames or JNDI names as shown above. As shown above. Sir, why are you teaching this server managed connection pool all of a sudden, sir? Okay. Why are you teaching the server managed? I already said one statement. What is that statement, boss? What is the statement I said? If Hibernate code is there in a standalone application, prefer using standalone JDBC connection pool. If Hibernate code is there in what? Application that is deployable in the server. In a web application or enterprise application, come on. Okay, that is deployable in the server. Then better to use a server managed JDBC connection pool. What here? Server managed JDBC connection pool. For that purpose, we are doing this stuff here. Okay, right. So I'll try to show how to create connection pool in multiple servers here. Okay, first let me start with Glassfish server. WebLogic, I think if you install your laptop will hang up. So we'll take a light for WebLogic. Okay, right. We will see Glassfish server, Wildfly server, and Tomcat server. In 3 servers, we'll try to understand that. Okay, na? So first of all, let me introduce Glassfish server to the classroom. Glassfish server. Yes. WebLogic is there in my system is there, but if you install, your system will hang up because quite heavyweight software, boss. Okay, right. Fine. At last, we'll see if time permits. We will discuss WebLogic. So first of all, let me introduce what Glassfish server. Yeah, other day I think I made you people to feel not only web servers, application servers also doing well, and in companies, different servers will be used. That's why better to have knowledge on multiple servers. Type application server. In last, please show us how to deploy project on server. Don't know, it's just for interest. Sir, without deploying my application, how I complete my next example, Ra Babu? First of all, tell me what do you mean by deployment? First, tell me. Keeping application in the server is called deployment. Keeping application in the server by providing entire environment that is required for execution is called deployment. So, what is need of at last? What is the meaning of at last here? Without deploying, can I complete this example? Okay. Yeah, Tomcat server also supports connection pool. We are going to discuss. Okay, Supradeep Sahu, just now I have given clarity. I am going to show in 3 servers: Wildfly server, Glassfish server, and Tomcat server. And again, you are asking me, is there any connection pool in Tomcat server? What should I say, yaar? 1 minute back only I have given that statement. I don't show in WebLogic. WebLogic is quite heavy. Okay. Mr. Rajkumar, that is called hosting. Hosting is different, deployment is different. Hosting I generally cover in advanced Java. When the topic happens in advanced Java, I will let you know. Or already procedure hosting is different. Hosting means that is keeping on the internet. Web hosting is different. Okay, deployment is different. Right. Yeah, using Jelastic, I have shown hosting. I hope everyone. Application server. Application server. Vendor. What is this? Sun Microsystem. Now, Arakil Corporation. Arakil Corporation. Next, version. I think latest is 5.x. And it is compatible with JDK 1.8. It is compatible with JDK 1.8. It is compatible with JDK 1.8. Next one. Type application server. Vendor is what? Arkil Corporation. JDK version is this. Open source. Default port numbers. Default ports. Yeah, what is this? 8080. What is this? 8080 for HTTP services. For HTTP service. 4848 for admin services. Yeah, no doubt it is a Java based only. Yeah, otherwise, why we will learn? Application server Java based. Yes, default ports 8080 for HTTP, 4848 for admin activities. 4848 for what? Admin activities. To download software as a zip file from www.glassfish.org. Glassfish.org. To install server. Okay. Glassfish.org. Next one. Okay, to install server, extract zip file. Extracting zip file is nothing but installing. That's it. No setup, nothing, boss. It's all about extracting zip. Okay. Glassfish download. Glassfish download. Full form is there. Glassfish. Glassfish Java 8, Glassfish 5.0 downloads. 5.0 downloads. Okay. WebZip Glassfish 5.0.zip. We have a lot of zip files, boss. Okay. You can select anything. I think already I'm having it. Fine. Already I'm having it. I think already I have installed also. I have extracted zip file. Softwares, servers, Glassfish, Glassfish 5.0 zip file here. Already have installed, it seems also. Just extracted. 5.0. Yes, these are the folders you will get. Just extraction, nothing else. Just extract, nothing else. Glassfish will be ready. Fine. So many softwares. Are this is a lightweight software. Nothing happens to your laptop. Nothing happens to your laptop. Okay. This is the URL. You can get it and very lightweight, very lightweight. Tomcat is a web server, Glassfish is a application server. Okay. Yeah, this is the URL, boss. Yeah, tomorrow when you come, tomorrow when you come, we'll discuss. Okay. When I use JDK 1.3 in Gradle and I want to change computer JDK version, change this one, then compile pattern. Ah, that's fine now, boss. What version you mention in build.gradle, same thing should be there in the project build path, na? Fine. Sir, already MVC started 2 days back. Monday onwards, MVC started. Okay, meeting ID will be shared through email. Okay, if you didn't get the meeting ID, please collect from the admin. Please contact admin and collect from the admin. Okay. Servlet, servlet introduction link. Servlet introduction link. Go to Naresh IT YouTube channel. In Servlet, I will talk hosting concept, boss. youtube.com/Naresh IT. Vinith Viru, you will get mail. I am saying na. You will get mail. I cannot share. I don't have right to share. Heavyweight means size wise, yeah. Heavyweight means size wise. Size wise, heavyweight, lightweight. This kind of words will be there. You did cover MVC in this batch. MVC will also happen in 7 a.m. batch. But those are having time constraint. They can come and collect in the evening batch. Okay. Can you mention which is heavyweight and which is lightweight? See, except WebLogic remaining, all servers are lightweight. Milind, for you only I have given explanation. Okay, size wise, I don't know where people listens. Advanced Java. This is the URL. Say paste. Okay. In this video, I'm going to talk about an introduction to Advanced Java. Generally, this is the URL. Calls it as Advanced Java. Thank you. We'll meet tomorrow. Thank you for session. We'll meet tomorrow.